Welcome to the TLC class. This class is suitable for all levels and perfect if you're working with an injury. First half of the class we will do strengthening and the second half stretching. No standing postures, everything we do is on the mat. Come into a seated position with your feet flat on the mat, knees facing upwards. Extend your arms forward. Hold here, take an inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, slowly lower down. If you find you're losing control, get hold of your thighs and lower down that way. Hold here. Bring your feet a little bit closer towards your hips. Place your hands into your lower ribs. Close your eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale into your lower ribs and exhale. Inhale, ribs are expanding. Exhale, they're sinking. One more, inhale and exhale. Gently blink your eyes open, arms are by your side. Feet pressed down. Tuck your tailbone under. Pubic bone is lifting towards your navel, lower back is down, and raise your hips, lower back, middle back, part of your upper back up, into your Pilates bridge. Hold here. Your shoulders, your hip bones, and your knees are on one line. Slowly lower down, vertebra for vertebra. Once you're down, release completely until you feel the natural curve of your spine again. And again, 3 more. So tuck your tailbone under, raise your hips, lower back, middle back, part of your upper back up, and slowly lower down, release completely. 2 more, lift up, and lower down. 1 more, lifting up, and lowering down. Take your arms over your head. Feet are close to your hips, feet stay grounded. Take an inhale as you slowly roll up and exhale, vertebra for vertebra. You're lowering down and releasing completely. Inhale, lift and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and exhale, lower. 1 more. Move slowly, move mindfully and exhale, lower. And stay here. Take your arms next to you. Raise your hips up to hover. Hold here. And then lift your hips up, coming up with a straight back and lower to hover. And again, you're lifting and lowering. Keep going, lift and lower. Your feet stay grounded, your knees are not moving. 4, 3 more. 2, 1, stay up. Your tailbone is long, your ribs are together. Holding here. So your hips are not too high. They're staying in line with the knees and the shoulders. Hold here. And then dip your right hip down. Lift the hip up. And then your left hip dips down and lift up. Keep going. So the hip that stays up is not moving. The knees are not moving. Feet stay grounded. You should feel it in your glutes. 3 more rounds. Move slowly. There's no rush. 2 more rounds. Last round. Stay up. Hold here. Very small movement. You pulse your knees outwards and bring them back. And again, you pulse and bring them back. So for this one, you can go a little bit faster, but don't go all over the place with the knees. Small movement is plenty. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll from side to side a few times. Place your feet flat on the mat again. Lift your hips up to a hover and then lift them higher. Hold here. Raise your heels up, so you're on your tippy toes, and then lower your heels down. And again, raise your heels up and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. So keep your hips nice and high, but remember, tailbone is long, ribs together, so no flaring out of the ribs. 4, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, keep your heels up now. Hold here, little pulses with the hips. They come up, lower, tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down. Take your right ankle over your left knee. Foot is flexed. Take your right hand, place it against the right thigh. Gently press the leg away from you. Release. Switching sides. Take your left hand and gently press the leg away from you. And release. So let's give the glutes a bit of a break and focus on the core. Take your hands, interlace your hands behind your head. Do a tiny tilt with the pelvis until your lower back is gently resting on the mat. So no pressing down, just gently resting. Lift your head up. Make your head heavy in your hands. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're lifting up. Look towards your knees, but keep a distance between your chin and your chest. And lower on an inhale. And again, exhale, you're lifting. Inhale, you lower to a hover. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lower. If you like, you can exhale through the mouth, but inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. And last one. And release. Take a moment here. We will add on. So again, bring your lower back onto the mat gently. Lift your head up. Head is heavy in your hands. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're lifting up and you're bringing your right knee towards the nose. So they're not touching and nowhere near touching, but that's the direction you go. And on your inhale, you lower down again. Head is hovering. And exhale, other side. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. You can exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. And keep going. 3 more rounds. Two more rounds. Last round. And release. Have your arms next to you. Bring your feet a little bit closer. For the next one, see how your neck feels about it. We're not going to do too many. Do a tiny tilt again with the pelvis until your lower back is on the mat. So lower back is not moving. Lift your head, lift your shoulders up, lift your arms up as well. Hold here, and you're reaching for the right heel with the right fingertips. Come back and go over to the other side. Come back and first side again. And then you keep going. So we're not doing too many. I hope your neck is okay. If it is too much, you can have your hands interlaced behind your head instead. Doing some little movements here. 3 more rounds. 2 more rounds. Last round. Center and release. Arms are resting. Roll your head from side to side a few times. Arms stay where they are. Bring your right knee into the chest and then the left knee into the chest. Holding here. Your lower back is grounded. Keep it that way as you slowly move your knees further away from you. So maybe they come into a tabletop position. If you're starting to arch your back, bring the knees closer towards you. Have a 90-degree angle behind your knees. Then slowly, keeping that angle, move your right knee away from you. Foot comes towards the mat, and then bring the knee up. And other side. And bring the knee up again. And then keep going. If this is too easy for you, you can tap your foot down. So next time you're on your right side, tap your right toes down, lift up again, and then your left toes tap down and lift up. Right and left. If this is still too easy for you, you flex your feet and you're tapping your heels down. Make sure your lower back is still and you're maintaining the 90-degree angle behind your knee. One more round. And release. Bring your knees towards your chest. Roll from side to side a few times. Then come laying on your side. Rest your head in your hands. The other hand is in front of you to support you. You one straight line from the shoulders to the hips to the feet. Hold here. Draw your top hip away from you. So you're not collapsing here. And your waist is off the mat. All right. From here, glue your legs together. Lift both of your legs up. Lower to hover. Lift slowly, slowly. And lower. Keep your hips stacked. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3. Lift and lower. 2. Lift. 1 more. Keep your legs up. Hold here. And then lower your bottom leg down, just to a hover. And then lift it up. Lower to hover. Move slowly. Lift and lower. We're only doing 8 repetitions here. So make them count. That's 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower leg is hovering. Hold here. And then the top leg lowers and lifts. It's not higher than hip height. And lift for 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Everything lowers down. So this is not just the glutes and the legs, also the waist. Come over to the other side. See, one straight line. Your head is resting in your hand and the other hand is in front of you as a support. And float your legs up to hover and lift, move slowly and lower. Keep your hips stacked. Lift and lower. 4, 6 more. 5, 4. So it is hard if you're moving slowly and you're not rushing. 2, 1. Keep your legs up. Lower the bottom leg to hover. And then lift and lower. Lift and lower for 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower leg is hovering, other leg is up. So we're not lifting higher than hip height. So lower down and lift. Keep your hips stacked. Lower and lift for 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Is it just me, or I can really feel something? All right, come laying onto your belly. Take your hands, place your hands next to the chest. Your head is hovering, neck is long. Then lift up into a low cobra. Hold here. Glutes are engaged, shoulders away from the ears, elbows bent backwards. And then slowly lower down. And again, you're lifting up. Press your hands into the mat. Maybe come a little bit higher. And slowly lower to a hover. Do that a few more times. You're lifting and lowering. Don't go too much into a back bend. I'd rather you strengthen your back and strengthen your arms a bit as well. Glutes are super strong. No flabby bottoms here. Engage your booty. And 2 more. Last one. And release. Straighten out your arms in front of you. Have your palms facing towards each other. Head is off the mat. Now raise your right arm and your left leg up. Lower. Other side. Lift and lower. And first side again. Lift and lower. Keep going. So raise your arm and your leg as high as you can. Your glutes are super strong here again. 3 more rounds. Move slowly. Keep your arms straight. 2 more rounds. Last round. And release. Swirl your hips from side to side. Make a pillow with your hands. And lift your head up. Extend your arms forward. Palms pressed down. Neck is long. Lift your legs up. Holding here. And come to swimming with the legs. So legs stay straight and they are off the mat the whole time. You can keep it that way, only using your legs. If you want to make it harder, you lift your arms and you come into swimming with the arms as well. Neck is long. Lift as high as you can. So the whole back side is getting stronger doing that. Your back, your shoulders, your arms, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves. For 3 more. 2 and 1. And release. Swirl your hips from side to side a few times. Come into a seated position. If you have a different way of coming into a seated position, do that. If you're happy to press up, you take your hands next to the chest, keep your knees down, elbows bending backwards, shoulders away from the ears. You ready? Glutes engaged. Suck your belly in. Press up. Sit to here and then come sitting down. Cross-legged position. Wiggle from side to side a bit. Take your right hand next to you, shoulder away from the ear. Left arm up, inhale, and then exhale, reach over. Get a nice stretch in your left side. Gently spin your chest open. Look towards the ceiling. And then slowly start to look forward. Look towards your right elbow. Bend your right elbow backwards. We're threading through. So your left hand threads through this little gap you've created. Look towards your right hand or towards your right elbow. Feel the twist. And then slowly come back over your side stretch. Yeah, we want to make it look pretty. And over to the other side. So hand is down, shoulder away from the ear. Your right arm comes up and over. Feel the stretch in your side. And gently spin your chest open. Bring your gaze up. Look towards your left elbow. Bend it backwards. Threading through. Hold here. Enjoy the stretch, enjoy the twist. And come back through your side stretch. And release. Both hands are on the mat. Extend your legs to the side. Flex and point your toes a few times. And relax, relax your legs. Simply practice sitting up tall. If you find this difficult, you can have some padding underneath the knees or simply bend the knees and lift them up. Take your hands next to your hips or behind your hips. Sit up tall. And then slowly hinging from the hips, fold forward. Hold here. If you're happy here, you can stay. Or you take your hands in front of you and fold forward a little bit more, maybe. Let's slowly come up. Release your legs for a moment. Bend your right leg. We'll do another forward fold. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. It's a little bit easier with one of the legs bent. With the left leg, you decide you want to have your foot flexed, makes it harder, or you can have your foot relaxed. And breathe. One more deep inhale and exhale. And then come up, switching sides. Inhale and exhale, fold forward. So right leg is either engaged with the foot flexed or you have it relaxed. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. And slowly come back up. Place the soles of your feet together. Rock from side to side a few times. Heels come as close towards your hips as you can. If you find it difficult to bend your knees that much, just simply bring your heels further away from you. Sit up tall, inhale and an exhale, fold forward. If accessible, press your elbows against your inner thighs and press your knees further down towards the mat. You feel a deeper stretch in your inner thighs. That doesn't agree with you, maybe have your elbows in front of your shins instead. One more deep inhale and exhale. And next inhale, come up again. Extend your legs out to the side again. So one more time, we'll do a forward fold. You decide how you want to fold forward, with the knees bent, with the legs straight, feet are flexed or relaxed. So I'm going to flex my feet. I want to make it a little bit more active. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you fold forward. Hands are resting on the mat. Keep your neck long, especially if your back is straight. Try not to drop your head. Then breathe into your forward fold. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, you're sinking into your forward fold, into your stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. A few more here. So I do hope you can get a little bit deeper now. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. Slowly come up into your seated position. Lift your knees up gently and then cross your shins. So it's not a cross-legged position. So in cross-legged position, the feet are close towards us. This time, feet are further forward and you move your feet further away from each other. Feet are flexed and heels and knees on one line. Again, if this doesn't agree with you, if your knees don't work that way, cross-legged is absolutely fine as well. So get comfortable here, get familiar with this pose. For those super flexible amongst you, you can also do a double pigeon. But if you have a distance like that, I suggest to cross the shins instead. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forwards. So have your hands on the mat, let them support you. Keep your neck long. Breathe into sensation in your hips or wherever else you feel it. Don't overdo it, don't push. Simply surrender to the pose. Work with your inhales and your exhales. One more inhale, one more exhale, and then slowly come up, switching legs. So your shins are crossed, not the ankles, feet are flexed, and heels and knees on one line, approximately. Take an inhale and exhale. When you're ready, you fold forward. Keep your hands on the mat. Keep your back straight and your neck long. Work with your breath. Stay here, couple more. One more inhale and exhale. And next inhale, come up. Come into a comfortable seated position again. Interlace your hands behind you. Straighten out your arms. Take an inhale and exhale. Lift your hands up. And maybe you want to come into a forward fold. Take your arms with you over your head. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift and release. Place your hands onto your knees. Do some circles with the shoulders. Switch direction. You're all done. Thank you so much for joining me. Palms together in front of your heart. Take an inhale and exhale through the mouth. Namaste.